Now we're going. So, hey, I'm here with my buddy Dave Kaule. Thank you for having me, brother.
Yeah.
Or actually, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Not having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been a while. What
Yeah.
you been up to?
I don't know, man. I've just been skateboarding. I work at Commonwealth Press. I run the digital department there, which is pretty much printing stickers, banners, wall graphics, card decals, that kind of stuff.
And that's something that interests me, which I consider that also an art form.
Yeah,
and you're definitely creative, especially with the skate ramps that you do, because you put together a skate ramp.
Yeah, we have a little mobile skate park. It's like really small little stuff that we can throw in the truck and take to a parking lot and set up a little demo or a little skate park for kids to screw around on, you know.
So do you announce when you're doing that? Like, hey, we're going to be at this park?
Yeah, well, normally when we use those, it's like an event that we're throwing. It's not just like a skateboarding event, you know. We did a thing over the summer in Allentown. I can't remember. It was called Hilltop with the Lid Off.
Yeah, okay.
And what we did is we set up in this parking lot up there and just made a little skate park, and then people could come and skate. And then there was also like a mobile art show. I don't know if you're familiar with Roadkill Gallery.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Chelsea. They were set up there, and it's more stuff like that. We don't just like roll up to somewhere with the ramps and throw them down. Like, it's normally like a planned out event that we have them to use. So.
Now, how does it work with insurance? And I'm only thinking that way as someone who like.
I don't handle that side of things. I think it's just like our event insurance or something like that.
I think that's cool. Now, are you with what is it? Threads for Kids, or it's Thrasher?
Oh, Trash to Thrash.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Trash to Thrash. Yeah. I actually work with those guys. It's been a little bit, I think just because of the weather and everything, we haven't really talked in a while. But I think once the weather breaks, that'll start kicking back up. But I also work with Pushing for a Purpose as well.
Okay.
Which is sort of the same thing, just getting skateboard products for, you know, kids that can't afford them or have access to them even.
See that, and that's what I like. A lot of the people that I've already had on the show and stuff like, or not the show, but the podcast.
Yeah.
There's a sense of creatives always like to give back in some way. Either if it's donating a painting, you're giving like services and help to get a skateboard to a kid.
Right.
Which that's something that is not a monetary value. Like, I think to me it's always more fulfilling of looking at someone and be like, oh, I gave this painting to him, or I donated this and it went to something good.
Yeah.
Like to me that's better than any amount of money in a way.
There's this, I actually had nothing to really do with this other than just being at the event. There was a Trash to Thrash event in Wilkinsburg, and I think it was while they had their street carnival kind of thing going on. And there was a kid there that when I showed up, they had already given out some boards and they were doing like a little clinic type thing, like teaching kids how to skate and stuff. And I saw this one kid and he was stoked as hell on this board, and it was like, I think it was pizza. The whole bottom graphic was just like cheese pizza or something like that. Like, that kid didn't have a skateboard before that, and he was so fucking stoked, you know, like. Yeah. And what was funny is it stood out to me because of the graphic, and he was like right there, just like, I can't believe it. He was like really trying, and you could tell he was already catching on within the first hour that he had a skateboard. Yeah. Well, like, I don't know, 6 months later, I was in Wilkinsburg trying to find this street spot.
Yeah.
I saw that kid skating around on the same board with the same excitement that he had that day, and it's like, I mean, those guys, the Trash to Thrash dudes, like, put that stuff on, and they do such a good job with those events. Like, it was awesome seeing that.
So now this is going to carry that kid to a whole new place.
Yeah. And even if he doesn't keep skating, it was just this thing that, like...
Well, he might pass it on.
Right, exactly.
And to me, that's something that's really cool, because it's like, even as a kid, I enjoyed helping and doing stuff.
Yeah.
For the most part, as much as kids do. But now it's like, that's something I'm kind of instilling into my kids. like that's what my wife and I are trying to do.
Yeah.
Be like, it's always better to give.
Yeah.
Because for some things that we're very fortunate on, others aren't.
Yeah.
And it's like, just appreciate what you have and give what you can.
Right.
And if somebody would have given me a skateboard
Yeah.
as a kid, if I would have loved it.
Yeah.
Now, I grew up, my parents both worked, and I actually got my first skateboard given to me by my cousin. It was a Santa Cruz, and it had bright orange grip tape.
Okay.
So it was like...
About what year was this?
I want to say this was... what is the style? Like a fishtail. That was probably 1988.
Okay.
So I want to say...
That sounds about right.
I remember that. It had shitty wheels on it. I actually think it might have had roller skate wheels on it.
Oh, okay.
Like
that's the thing that's cool. Like, I even had boards given to me when I was first starting out. Like, my neighbor, it was this dude, Kevin Karate.
Amazing name.
Not like Hiya,
yeah.
But he was a skateboarder, and I was just always like, I want to fucking skate. Like, that fucking dude is cool. You know?
Like,
and he gave me an Alfonso Rawls deck. It had like a boxer on the bottom of it or something. It was an Everslick. And then there was somebody else, this dude, Lackermacker, Tom Lackermacker, I think it was. He had worked at Shady Skates, and he was dating somebody that was working at my dad's salon.
Yeah.
And she was like this skate Betty chick.
Nice.
And she's like, oh, you're going to start skating. Like, I'll get you a board. And he gave her 2 boards to give to me. One was like, I can't remember. They were really fishtailed. The one that Kevin gave me was like just a normal popsicle stick kind of shape.
See, that's the ones I really like. Those ones.
Yeah.
Like a good 7.5.
Yeah.
7 3/4. That's what I like.
That's actually what that board that I gave you is a 7/8, and it's that size. You might actually really like that. But yeah, it's cool to find out like about kids when they first start skating, or even us like adults. Like, it's always like, yeah, I got this board. Like, I got this shitty board at this flea market. Like, and even if you listen to like the 9 Club, it's I don't know if you're familiar with that podcast. It's a skateboard podcast.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Every fucking person is like, I don't know, man. I like got this skateboard. Like, my fucking cousins, brothers, sisters, uncle, like had this board, and I dicked around on it, and then I picked it up 6 years later, and now they're jaws.
It seems like nobody just goes out and buys a board.
Yeah.
For their first one.
Well, now I think that's changing a little bit because it's so hyped up, like just with social media and everything. Like, parents are going and getting that board now.
Yes.
Where before it was like a hand-me-down-ish kind of thing.
Still
happens, but
my daughter and I were out on a Sunday, and we went to Five Below.
Yeah.
And we're walking around, and there's these like little skateboards like this, like real thick plastic.
Yeah.
They're crappy. Like, I'm gonna have to get her one of those first.
Yeah, it's like the size of your foot.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
And she's about to be 5.
Yeah.
And we were talking prior, and like my wife doesn't want her to do that yet because of getting hurt. But I'm like, I'm gonna try to push it maybe 5.5 to get her one. But like, we're just walking around, and she sees a skateboard, and she was like, "Daddy, can I have one?" Yeah. She's like, "I want one." I just knelt down on the floor, got down on one knee. I held her like this. I was like, I fucking love you. Like, those were my exact words.
Right.
And this lady standing in the aisle was like, ugh. Like, like, you know what? Like, I'm not saying it at her. I'm saying it like
right.
Like, she's 5. Like, I don't try not to shelter their ears.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that's like derogatory or like racist in that way or racially slurred. Like, that's not stuff they hear at home.
Right.
So like, if the kids hear the word fuck, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's like, they're gonna say it, and as much as any of us want to admit it, they're gonna do it.
I mean, when I was a kid, I just knew when not to swear. Yeah. You just get good at it. Like, as soon as your parents are gone, It's shit damn fuck this damn fuck here. You know,
that's
like,
exactly how it is.
Yeah. And I mean, in school, I never swore in front of teachers or anything. I never disrespected anybody. But the second I got out of, like, any authority, my friends were fucking assholes. You know, fuck that kid, fuck you, and shit. Like,
fuck was every other word.
Right.
Like,
and now it still is. I'm fucking 40 now.
Yeah,
you know, like,
I mean, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, like, printing at Commonwealth Press.
Yeah.
That seems like it is a fun job to have because you're around so many different type of creatives, like from doing the screen prints to the layout to the graphics to the shirts and like ordering them. Like there's a lot of artwork, like scaling down to a sticker size.
Yeah.
Like to me that's an art form itself.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I've been in printing and design and stuff for, I mean, since pretty much 97, 98. You know,
it fits your personality.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I love every aspect of it. You know, the commercial print side of it, but then also the fine art print side of it too. You know, and to talk about Commonwealth, it is awesome. You know, everybody that I work with they're great. You know, they are creative in their own way for all the different facets of what we do there, you know.
Now, Commonwealth actually printed my very first 2 shirts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I'll tell you now, I've only been able to design, paint, and basically put it onto an image.
Right.
She was like, "Can you get me a vector? This is what I need. This is requirements." I'm like, I get the email back. I'm like, "What the fuck is she talking about?"
Right.
I just put this image on a T-shirt. I'm saying this at home. I'm like, "What the fuck does she want?"
Right.
Like, how hard is it to just? I give you this image. You put it on a T-shirt. Tell me how many layers, and then I forget the girl's name. It might have been Kelly. It might have been Rebecca. I don't fucking know at this point. But I actually called. I was like, "Look, I have no
idea." Right.
Yeah, and she was.
That's a very common scenario.
And she was real sweet on explaining it to me, saying, "Look, if you can give me a JPEG of it, I can do it off that, but I have to have the colors separate into different layers." And I was like, "That makes sense to me."
Yeah.
Like I knew some design, but I haven't been into printing and stuff like that. So she was like, she dumbed it down for me. It was like, I need 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Bam, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was real nice. I had a shirt of a dude in a hoodie going on that says I support Durty art on the back.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I remember that graphic.
Yeah. It was a horrible T-shirt, and I couldn't even believe they sold.
I think I do remember. Was it just a black with white print?
On the back it was,
yeah.
And then on the front it just had the guy on a just sitting down, almost like an outline.
Oh, okay.
And then I did Dr. Seuss shirts out of there, and what I didn't like, I chose the wrong fucking shirts. I was like, because I wore it, I'm like, this XL now is like a medium.
Yeah, I hate that.
Anvil shirts, and I hate to slam a company or a brand, but Anvil shirts suck.
Yeah, we did. We used Anvil for a lot of Troika stuff in the beginning. In fact, it's funny that I'm wearing a Troika shirt that's an Anvil, and it's the only one that I have that didn't shrink up all fucking weird.
Well, in fairness, I was like, she's like, "What? How much do you want to spend? Here's our quantities." I did go the cheapest way.
The cheap, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of not really fuck Anvil. It's kind of like fuck my knowledge and my ignorance too.
I'm not a huge fan of them either.
I like Gildan. I'm a big fan of Gildan.
I'm back to that. I got away from it because they're like the bottom of the barrel type shirt, but they last. They fit the same. I'm also getting a little chunky in this area now, so
I know what you're saying.
When I'm wearing these fitted tees, I look all lopsided and shit.
I hate that. I have this bomb ass Boba Fett shirt, but every time I fucking wear it, I'm like Like, have I not ever done a crunch? Like,
Yeah,
that's how it comes across.
Yeah. What is funny is since I had stopped drinking for it's been only a month.
Yeah.
I'm losing weight. I'm able to like bend over,
Yeah.
like
You're starting to see your dick again.
My fucking joints aren't hurting anymore. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, ever since I started the podcast, I started drinking more because that's kind of like the thing. Like, sit down and have a beer with a buddy and just bullshit.
Right.
So I'm trying to limit my drinking now.
Yeah.
Because
we go out and skate, and I mean, most of us are in our late 30s and 40s and stuff. And
that's a new 20.
when we're done, if we're not drinking beers while we're skating, we're going and drinking beers when we're done skating.
Fuck yeah.
And that was such a regular thing. And then every morning it's like, I'm not hungover, but just shit hurts more than it should, you know?
I played basketball a few years ago. I woke up, I actually called off work, and I'm not one to actually call off work.
Yeah.
I was like insanely sore. I was like, I should have just went to church on Sunday. Fuck going out to the court. I didn't stretch. I just started playing, and then there's these young cats there, and I'm like, all right, let's go. Yeah. So I got into some pickup games. I felt great. I come home, I take a shower, and I'm like, oh.
See, for me, it's 2 days. It's the second day after that I feel it. But I'll tell you what. I cut out the drinking. I'm eating a little bit better. Not the greatest, but just a little bit better. And I'm taking these CBD THC capsules every morning. And
nice.
I'm agile. I feel we went out skateboarding last weekend and the weekend before, and I barely even had to warm up. I warmed up a little bit, but I felt on right out the gate, where I haven't had that for a while.
Oh, that's good. Hey, this might be a new lifestyle change for you.
Yeah, I mean,
after what, 7 days or 14 days, it's habit or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know the number, but I know what you're talking. I mean, I've been rage partying for the past 10, 15 years or something. So,
well, do you think becoming a father is going to be?
Oh, that also has a whole lot to do with it. You know, just really. Just thinking about everything differently, you know.
Oh, everything comes across.
Yeah.
Definitely. Not for me speaking, it was how am I gonna act? I was terrified.
Yeah.
And now it's I kind of want to imitate the man or person who she falls in love with.
Right.
Would act.
Yeah.
And it's so I'm trying better to be a better husband, a better father.
Yeah.
Not that I do anything outrageous, but it's I just want to show her what someone that cares for her should act like.
Yeah.
And that's it. And my son, I'm trying to be more influential on him like that. So I can't be around being completely hammered and being that's what you want to end up with.
Right.
You
know? Right.
Because that's not a good situation.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I've always thought about having kids, and when I thought about it, I got nervous. I started thinking what about this, or what about that, and what about this, and then we had found out that we were pregnant, and all that shit went away. I just went into all right, I'm fucking ready, and it was weird. I was like, wait, what the hell, you know?
I'm gonna be a dad.
Yeah, and it's my whole mindset has changed, you know? And it doesn't feel I'm not trying. It just is changed.
Yeah, the outlook on everything is just so more optimistic. I think. But also at the time, it's more protective in a way,
right?
Because it's you want your wife, your girlfriend, to be happy, to be safe. Because I was always how's the doctor's appointment? If I couldn't make it, how'd it go? What they say? They'd be well, the heart rate, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I'm what the fuck?
See, now Natalie, she's a seasoned vet. You know, she has an 8-year-old daughter. So, I feel a lot less stress there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting. That's for sure.
Now, when you find out, when you found out, did you cry?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, so we were trying. We were trying. It was more or less we stopped not trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's like you just let it happen.
Yeah, right. And it did, and then we actually had we had a miscarriage, and that was a crying moment. Obviously, that was a shell shocking type thing. We were pretty devastated by that. But then when we found out the second time, and I feel like we like mentally rushed into things the first time, and it was like devastating. We were prepared mentally for all types of things.
Yeah.
You know? And everything's been real good, and it's July 22nd is the due date, so
that's my birthday.
No shit.
That's my birthday.
It's coming up, man.
I mean, if you want to name your daughter Bob.
Bob? Okay. Well, Dirty Bob. Dirty Bob.
Yeah, I mean,
Dirty Bobby.
There you go. I'm telling you, like, you get a painting on her birthday every year.
Every year? Oh, okay.
I'm just putting it out there. Like, that could be kind of cool.
We haven't really kicked around too many names, but I think right now we're hung on Ruby Ann.
That's a pretty name.
So we'll see. There's Violet and then Ruby. It's like kind of goes together too. So and then in July, I think the birthstone is a ruby.
It's red.
Yeah,
I think
maybe that's
because that's what I am. I think because I know I'm a Cancer, so she's going to be a Cancer. She's going to be very emotional. I'll tell you that now. That's how Cancers are.
Yeah, I think I'm getting pretty good at emotional people. I'm just getting good at it. I've dealt with so many emotional fucking people my entire life. I'm just like used to it now. You know?
Especially now, everyone's emotional.
Fuck, I know.
Everyone's offended. Everyone's like this.
Yeah.
You have to walk on eggshells around everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, because and it's kind of unfortunate in a way, but like I get the respect and everything. It's just like we can't take everything in ourselves so serious.
Right.
That and that's what I'm trying to teach my kids. Be respectful. Stick up for others. Yeah. Ask others about, like, if they look different, ask about their culture. Like there's ways to ask about things. Because right now, and I hope you never have to deal with it. My daughter is like, there's this little girl that she likes, and she's very shy, so this was like the first friend she had. Turns out this girl's like mean as fuck. She's hidden her, and then she'd be like, "Well, she was nice to me today." It's like, no, you're friends.
Oh, we've heard the same kind of thing with Violet. Same situation, like almost like bullying, putting her under a thumb kind of thing.
Yeah.
But she handled it really well, and I mean, it sounds like they've ironed that out, and this girl doesn't pull his crap anymore.
Well,
so
yeah. See, my daughter Annabelle, she'd come home and she was like very hesitant because I've been like, look, snitches get stitches. Don't tell anyone. Mind your business. It's kind of how I was raised.
Right.
Like, don't be a fucking tattletale. Now she's taking that very literal, and she was holding this in, and then she told my mom because she got made fun of because she likes Star Wars. She's a Star Wars fanatic, and she didn't want anything, so that concerned me, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? She ended up telling my mom, and my mom explained it. And then we found out that this little girl hit her. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm talking to her. I was like, did you do anything?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't want to sit here and get mad at a little girl when I know my kid's not perfect.
Right.
If it was my son, I'd be like, well, you did something for this.
You swung.
Yeah, I know you caused it.
Yeah, right. It's kind of crazy. I hadn't really ever been in a situation to, with a child like I am with Natalie and Violet. And it is interesting to see. I'm learning how cruel 1 second kids can be.
Yeah,
literally 2 seconds later, they're homies again. I forgot about that.
That's how it was in high school or even grade school.
Right.
Maybe well, he flicked the booger at me. I'm pissed off at him. Then it's like, you guys want to go ride bikes or go skating?
Right.
And he forget all about it.
Yeah, there's this kid. We grew up together in the same neighborhood, and we would fight once a week, like full on fist fight, and then like call each other up to go like ride Devil's Hill on our BMX bikes. Like I forgot about that, but like watching it happen, firsthand, and like I'm like getting mad. Like I'm seeing this like attitude, and I'm like, why are they being like that to her? And then like 10 minutes later, it's the other way around.
Yeah,
like,
oh
jeez.
Like I'm ready to fight a girl. Like,
right. Like I definitely at least want to say something.
I'm not afraid of a 5-year-old. I'm not saying I would like hit a kid, someone else's kid, but like if they're running and kick a foot out,
right,
trip them. No, I'm just joking for legal reasons.
We have Violet and I started a game called Murder Ball in the house, and we have these it's like a soccer ball and a basketball, and we just wanted a game that we could just throw dodgeball. Yeah. So one person stands at the top of the steps, the other person stands at the bottom, and we just throw the ball as hard as we can at each other, and it's the best. We have the best time. There's no rules, there's no winning. You just fire the ball at each other.
You just try to hit each other.
Yeah, we can't knock anything off walls. You can't really. I think the worst that you can get hurt is getting whacked in the face. That's about it.
But you know what? It was meant to be.
Yeah, and she's got an arm, so I've been getting. Now they'll be like, the neighbors are gonna wonder what the hell's going on.
Yeah, fuck those neighbors.
Yeah, our neighbors are super cool. Our neighbors the other day was like, hey man, sorry I've been yelling at the dog. The one dog's barking at the other dogs. I was like, I'm not hearing anything, so you're cool. I was like, but now that we're on the topic, I want to tell you about Murder Ball, because it gets loud as hell in the stairwell. And our stairwells are butted up against each other because it's a duplex, like a side by side. Yeah. So it gets real echoey in there, and I can only imagine what it sounds like. It probably sounds like Murder Ball. Yeah, right. So, but yeah, that's the thing. It's been fun, just coming up with stupid games and stuff.
I love stupid games.
Yeah.
You can't do it. I go to work, I can't really come up with a game now. Yeah. Just because I have to work. Yeah. I would love just to stay home and create, do all kinds of stuff, be a stay-at-home dad. Yeah. I'm really pushing my wife to make more money, so.
I don't know. I definitely would like that. I think that would be pretty awesome.
No, I would love it, but I'd have a hard time actually not going to work because I enjoy getting out now and actually doing something. Now, so Commonwealth does fine printing too, right?
Yep. Just flat stock, screen printed posters. Mm-hmm. And then our large format digital can also print, fine papers and things like that.
Now, have you guys done any big names and stuff like that?
I'm not sure if you've ever, if you're familiar with Zeb Love.
Yeah.
He prints out of Commonwealth, his own stuff. He has his own little studio section. Max Wesolowski, he works for Commonwealth, but he does a lot of his own illustration prints. You should definitely check his stuff out. It's super fucking sick.
Yeah, I'll get the name off you again. Yeah. For sure there's an Instagram.
Yeah. He might even be somebody cool to have on.
That's what I was gonna say. Sure. Yeah, I'm looking for all kind of different people, man. Come in here.
I'm trying to think though, stuff that we've printed, flat stock wise. I don't really have much involvement in that, so I don't know the jobs that come through. You know what I mean?
But you guys have been around forever.
Yeah. I don't know how many years it's been. I've only been there 3 years. 3 going on 4 years.
Oh really?
Yeah. I've known Commonwealth dudes for 10 years, 10 plus years or something like that. My old skateboard company, Triad Skateboards, we were trying to get Teddy Duchamp's Army a song from them to put in the friend section of that video. Okay. And my friend Jason got me in touch with Dan and Mike Rock, and Mike Rock was in Teddy Duchamp's Army, and Dan Rock worked with Commonwealth. So that's kind of how it I met Dan Rock, and then I got brought into that whole scene and stuff. And yeah, it might be longer than 10 years. I can't really remember.
Yeah, because I'll say
I worked at a place called the Printing Post since 1998, off and on, and that's like an offset print shop and digital print shop. So they print a lot of like just paper stuff, letterhead, envelope, brochures, flyers, posters.
A lot of local business.
Yeah, like commercial printing. Yeah. So I was there for a while. I left to go sell screen printing supplies, and then came back. Then I left again to go work for Clockwise.
Yeah.
And then went back, and then I left, and then ended up, at Commonwealth. Because pretty fun there.
Yeah. The last time I was down there, you were setting up I think it was a little skate ramp thing inside.
Oh yeah. That was the old the down in the south side.
Yeah.
We had a little setup there, like a little training facility.
Yeah.
It was the fucking best. Like the only thing, like we used to have shady skates a long time ago, which was the fucking best. And then one of the dudes that worked at Commonwealth was like, "We need to have a ramp here." I wasn't there then.
Yeah.
This guy BA. He's like, "We need to have a ramp in here," and Dan said that you can build a ramp in here, but it has to be a functioning piece of Commonwealth Press. Like, so he made it his desk. So it was just a 2-foot quarter pipe with like a 4-foot extension, and that was his desk. So he sat on the deck, and his computer would go there. And we started doing these like after work skate sessions, just free, like word of mouth. We try to get 6-7 people because it was small.
Yeah.
But we built like return ramps over here, and we had a bench in the middle, and it was like a perfect little skate session.
Yeah,
and like it was so awesome. I mean, it was 2 days a week. We got a crew together and skated down there.
Because I remember I went down there. I picked something up. I think it was. I picked something. I picked some skate decks off of you.
Okay.
For one of the.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I got to come down after work,
right?
Or before work, I think it was, because I was working in Cranberry, and I was seeing all this. I was like, I didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
I was like, it looks like so much fun. Like I was like, like
it was crazy that little area, like skateboarding wise, it was perfect. It was like it was the funnest little spot. And we did these little skateboard contests there too. Something that Commonwealth and some other folks started up was a thing called Full Time, which was just basically like a low-key South by Southwest type festival,
Yeah.
So like my event was a skateboard contest at Commonwealth Press, and the place was so tiny, but it was still like even for a contest, it was so fun. Like it was just its own little like tiny thing, But what happened is the people who owned the block down there cut a deal with some condom, like they were going to put some condos up or something. So they basically kicked us out. And
all Commonwealth.
Oh yeah, the whole fucking block. Like they owned the company who owned the block, owned the recycling department down, the big recycling plant. Yeah, they shut that shit down and everything, and then I guess the condo people fucking backed out or something. So it forced us to go buy a building. We had to basically. Yeah, and then that's when we found this spot up on Warrington.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the one guy that I've done some work for, Joe, he was saying that you guys are coming up there. He's like, this is gonna be awesome. And I was like, that's really cool because I mean, like for as bad as Allentown, I've heard a lot of people say that like it's horrible.
Is Joe from RE360? Yeah, that's who we did the hilltop with the lid off.
Yeah. He's a dope dude, man. Yeah, he's energetic. I talked to him one day. He was like, I need you to come up here, look at some spots. I want to get some paint. Next thing I know, 2 weeks later, I'm fucking painting. He's handing me a check. Yeah. Like right here. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Go do what you want. Make it fucking happen. Yeah. Just
it seems to be his MO. Make it fucking happen. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get into curating the 50/50?
Okay, so Project 50/50 is actually like, I could say like my original idea, but it isn't very original. What happened was I was like kind of depressed and not really skateboarding, and I started doing a little bit more art, and I went to the Warhol, and they had the Vader project, the 100 Darth Vader helmets from like artists all over the world.
Oh my god, I would love to have seen it.
Dude.
I mean, I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah. I'm not. I could care less. But the idea, to me, like, I wanted to go see it, and I wasn't like, I gotta go. It was just like, oh yeah, let's go check that out. And then when I'm walking around in there, I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, just like the idea of like having one thing that all these artists from all over the world are putting their idea onto, you know? And I was like, there's no reason I can't do that here, like with skateboards. And that way I still have like my hand in skateboarding, just doing something with skateboarding. Till I'm fucking dead, I'm going to be doing something with skateboarding, whether it's just riding it, whether it's painting on them, whether it's teaching kids how to ride on them, or teaching kids how to paint or print, or whatever the hell. Yeah. Skateboarding is going to have something going on, you know? So anyway, I was like, I wanted to do 100 artists, but then I started realizing how hard it is to deal with fucking artists.
Oh my god.
Just trying to fucking get them all to do something, you know?
You know what? We are a bunch of emotional, flaky, and just sometimes self-absorbed creatures.
I know.
Yeah. Like, that's just who we are.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's, like, I'll speak for myself. I don't try to be that way, but sometimes I am very caught up in my own feelings or just being like worried about my own work.
Yeah.
And just like, like focus on getting my stuff out there. Sometimes it becomes very narcissistic of myself.
Yeah.
And I can admit that. And that's something like I'm working on myself.
Yeah.
Like trying not to be that way. So like for a group show or something like that, I want to put my full attention to it.
Yeah.
But like before we started recording, you gave me my first opportunity in outside of Raw Artists, a group show.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. Because you hit me up and was like, hey, I'm doing this 50/50 project. It's a mannequin heads.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
I remember your questions, and I was like, really? Like, it's not that difficult, but I think you were just overthinking it.
Yeah,
you know?
I was.
And the thing is I learned now that that's how everybody is, and I just try to make it as simple as possible. Do whatever the fuck you want on it.
Yeah, I think
the crazier it is, the better. Like, you know, like...
because you were living, what was it, on 41st Street in Lawrence?
Main Street. Yeah. Oh, shit, that's right, yeah.
I was coming from Cranberry, and to remind me, this is funny, I put a reminder in my phone, and it said, so I can come pick up the mannequin.
Yeah.
It said, what was it, 11:30, it popped up. I really remember this because it's weird now.
Yeah.
Go get head from Dave.
Oh boy.
I remember when that popped up. I didn't forget about like going get the mannequin head.
Yeah.
I was like, I could have chose a better reminder.
Yeah. There's a lot of other ways to did they have emojis then? I don't even remember.
I just remember the driving to your house, and I'm like, I can't just tell him I said it's like, I'm here for the head.
Yeah. Wait, what?
But I remember walking in.
Yeah.
You had artwork everywhere, and on your wall, correct me if I'm wrong, you had 2 Jeremy Fish prints. I think one was of it was like a turtle.
It was. I had one that was framed.
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck did that go? I think my friend Ashley got me that when she moved to San Francisco or something. I don't know where the fuck that went now.
Yep.
Seriously, I forgot that it existed. I think it was just one, but I could be wrong.
I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, outside of the skating and the opportunity.
Yeah.
I was like, this dude's okay in my book. I am a Jeremy Fish fanboy.
Yeah, this shit's so good.
You know,
I actually never heard of the dude, and the guy who I sort of started Project 50/50 with is the one who turned me on to that. I don't really have any relationship with that dude anymore. But that was like, when I saw his stuff for the first time, I was like, oh, this is a whole different avenue that like I knew nothing about.
Yeah,
you know.
Jeremy actually is huge in the skateboard community.
Yeah,
especially like he's done stuff for Thrasher. He used to work for Element. I think he had his own column type thing in some, I forget what magazine. It might have been Thrasher, but like he's huge and it still is.
Maybe Slap.
You know what? That might have been it.
Yeah,
because
I do. I kind of remember that. I don't. It's a little foggy, but
his printing on skateboards, is amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? After we're done here, I'll show you some of the stuff.
Okay.
I have original shit of his.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like I've been a collector. Like I love his fucking shit.
Yeah.
But like when I saw that, I was like,
I think he had a Vader helmet in that show. I'm pretty sure
he may have. He actually has ties to Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. His parents divorced, and I just know this from speaking with him and stuff like that. His parents divorced. Him and his mom moved to New Jersey, and then his dad lived in Pittsburgh. So he used to come out here.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Like because he was like, he contacted me and was like, hey, we were in contact for something. He brought up doing a show here. He's like, would you be able to maybe let me know where to do a show? And I was like, on it. And then I made some phone calls, and he was like, dude, I'm talking in the future. I'm not ready yet. Like, it was like 2 days later. I was like, this is what I got. Yeah. This is what we can do. But his dad lived here, and he passed away, and he wanted to do something. And unfortunately, he said he's probably not going to do something. It's too hard for him.
Oh,
and I can respect that.
Yeah.
But his stepmom still lives here and stuff like that. But like he's a rad dude. He's all into skateboarding. Like if you get a chance, like go on YouTube and
I will. I
start like
realize that.
I think you'll fall in love. I honestly will. It's really cool. But like when I saw that, I was like, all right,
right.
Like I felt like I was like, I'm at ease. Like because that's just how I am. It's like common interest, like and everything.
That's the thing. So what really started with this Project 50/50 shit is like I never really considered myself an artist. I just like to do art, kind of thing.
Oh, then you're an artist. I think everyone's an artist in a way.
The thing was that I would go to some shows and like I would feel uncomfortable because it was a little too like uppity or whatever, and like I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? So like I'm thinking, we'll just make this fun. Like if anybody can do it, And the thing is you get 50 artists to do it. You see 50 different ideas on the same shit. Using the same thing and different perspectives of each. But then each of those artists will bring people to see their art. Yeah. So then you have like
200
bunch of people showing up. And the thing that was fucking awesome was like the first skateboard show we did was at Mr. Small's, and it was great. I did a lot of stupid things and lost a lot of money just not knowing how to put an event together like I did, but it worked and there was a fuck ton of people. But the show that was still the funnest to this day was the toilet seat show.
Oh, see, and I didn't get in on that.
That was early. That was like I didn't even know who you were.
Oh, see, I seen that. Like I seen someone post about it.
Probably. I throw some like memories up every once in a while.
That might have been where I've seen it.
But that show was to this day the most attended, and like it was at the Firehouse, which is Embry down in the Strip. Tiny space. I think we had like something like 500 people come through the door or something. It was blew our minds at the time, you know?
Yeah.
But that was like, oh, this shit can be really fun, you know? Because like, I just wanted to do skateboards, and I just wanted to keep it to skateboards. And I can't remember who came up with the toilet seat idea. I think it might have been TJ Baker, who's actually currently, him and I are who do Project 50/50 now. We had another person, girl, Allie, and then she moved away and it just didn't really make any sense anymore. But I think TJ might have come up with the toilet seat idea, and at first I was kind of like, oh, you know, that'd be kind of cool, I guess. But then once you started telling people, like, the artists were stoked right out of the gate. They were just like, fucking toilet seat? Oh, there's so many ideas. Yeah. And the thing is we don't put really any rules. Sometimes we'll, you know, put some restrictions because of wherever the event's going to be, maybe.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, fuck, you can make a big sculpture if you want. And we keep saying we're going to do another toilet seat show, but I just haven't had the time to really, because I don't want to, we do these little half-ass, like, one-off ones, you know, and I guess half-ass isn't the best word to use, but it really, I don't get 50 artists all the time, you know, for these little ones. Like, we did a record store, or a record cover show.
So that would be
last,
because that's what, 12 by 12 or 14
yeah,
by
12 by 12.
Yeah.
We did it with Vinyl Remains. That's actually who we're doing this pizza box show with, is Vinyl Remains, but we're going to do it at Commonwealth, and Vinyl Remains will be set up DJing, and then we'll have a wood-fired pizza oven from Pizzeria Marie, which is a offshoot of Badama Pizza.
Okay.
But we're kind of putting that on hold because of all this coronavirus shit. Yeah. So
I have a show that's supposed to happen on April 2nd.
Yeah.
And I just texted the guy yesterday, and I haven't heard back from him. I mean, like, I was like, hey, what are your thoughts? Should we do it? And I was like, I have a few ideas. And I don't know if he was like, well, this dude's just not caring.
Yeah.
What, but like, I'm going to reach back out to him and see if he wants me to, come out. But like, I don't think anybody's going to want to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's crazy right now. Like,
even you were like, hey man, everyone's not sick.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm normally like, fuck that, yeah, whatever. And I don't know, this is a lot different. And I'm also thinking, like, I got a daughter, on the way. And, you know, like,
can't fuck
our whole family, I mean, really, it's like, you start thinking like that. And it's kind of funny that, you know, that's the way I'm thinking now.
That's kind of how, I mean, you have to think that way.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
before I just had to worry about myself.
But
and I didn't really worry about myself that much.
Yeah, but if you didn't care, then that would say something.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
you might want to reconsider being a father at that point.
Right.
Like you should think that way. Like, because I remember doing, I'm like, you're sick? No. I'm not. Get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah.
When I had an office job, like, get out.
Yeah.
Send me an email. We can communicate, or G-chat.
Or
I'll yell across the room. Like, I wasn't getting my wife sick. You know, like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But everybody's in hysteria right now, and I don't know what to be, because I'm not educated enough on it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, I won't. I'll be honest. I was like just reading headlines and getting my information, which is not good.
Yeah, well, I was just talking about this to a coworker. The headlines is what the headlines and the people speaking right now is what is scary, because they don't know what they're talking about. And the headline is just a headline for clickbait, just to read an article to get a view and stuff like that. That's all it is. Like, we need somebody that's like in the medical field, that's educated and is an expert to actually talk on this. Because I don't know.
I honestly, today, like the past couple of days, I've been like distracted by social media and this shit. Just trying to like almost obsessively taking in bullshit. So like today, I honestly just played records and like
Nice.
I started making my spreadsheet for the artists that I have said they're gonna do this pizza box show. I had things I had to do. I took the dog for a walk and like I checked Instagram a couple times just to see if anybody hollered at me or anything. But then like I kind of let it be.
Yeah.
And when I had dropped Violet off at Natalie's salon, I was like, I don't even know what's going on. Am I good? Like, what's happening? You know. And then I got bad news that there's been cases in Pittsburgh or some shit. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, there's one in Washington, from what I understand. And I actually the job I just got out of, I used to go to a lot, almost every Washington health system facility, including the hospital.
Woof.
Yeah, so like, because I'll tell you now, I'll be like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You can't ask me to risk my health right now.
Right.
For the sake of your business. Give me different work.
Yeah.
And that's not just me, but selfishly, I would say for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about someone, not that I don't care, but it's like, no.
Yeah.
Some things are more important than business. You know
right.
what I mean? And that's for anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, man. The fucking sports leagues are shutting down.
Yeah.
That's where you're like, when the sports leagues are shutting down, that shit's hitting the fucking fans. So.
Well, and what I don't like is there's a lot of people out there that are going to joke about it. And I get that. But then it's like, you got some shit going on right now that we don't know. And I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But from my understanding, this is not a new virus type thing. It's a new strand of the virus for humans that they don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like at this point, I'm glad I'm married because it's like herpes might be better. Like, like if I was single,
boy.
It's like at this point, like I'm just saying, like going out and being very free with your body.
Yeah.
Like I started thinking like, what about the strippers? How are they handling this? Like, I mean, there's a lot of other things that they could.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you don't want to share a snail trail in a pool. You know, like,
sheesh, snail trail in a pool. All right, yeah.
But it's like, really at this point, it's worse to cough in public than masturbate.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah. Because, like, I just can see the scenario right now.
Yeah, I've been trying not to do either of those things in public.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like masturbation in public, I don't know. That's crazy. That's I don't get that. I worked at Greengate Mall years and years ago at National Record Mart, and there was a guy that always got busted for whipping his dick out in the food court and jerking off.
Greengate Mall, is that like Meadville? Like
no, that was going out towards. It was right after Jeanette, PA, like going out on Route 30, going towards Westmoreland.
Oh, so is that like almost Latrobe then?
It's before Latrobe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I worked at a record store there.
National Record Mart. I remember NRMs, man.
Yeah, dude. Like you get National Record Mart. The X had a record store.
The X. Was it the X or FYE or
FYE or the
that? I stopped really buying music when that store came out. It was like. That was like iPod days, you know?
Yeah.
I got an iPod and I didn't fuck with CDs anymore.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Like, my homie, Different Forum, actually sent me one of his CDs early, and then, like, for free, and then he just released it yesterday on iTunes. I bought it on that, like...
Yeah, right.
It's not that I don't appreciate the thing, but it's like, you gave it to me also.
Yeah.
I kind of want you to profit off it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing now. Like, I really try to support those that have supported me in the past or that are putting something out because it's like, especially right now.
Oh, yeah.
They need it.
Right.
I saw on Instagram Jeff Soto, who is a dope artist, lost in a weekend $15,000 worth of shows.
Yeah.
Like, that was money that was going to come into him.
Mm-hmm.
For gigs and stuff like that. And now
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? But for the safety of others,
yeah,
I'm not that upset. And that's
right.
like that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that are in that same boat.
Yeah,
you know?
it's insane. It like, nobody's out doing anything right now except for buying toilet paper.
Yeah. Which is wild. Like, I mean,
you never.
I somehow have enough toilet paper. I don't even. Natalie she just goes and then fucking toilet paper shows up. I don't even know how the fuck it shows up, but we always have fucking toilet paper.
I'm in the same boat because, like, there's very few things that I go out to buy for that I take for granted.
Yeah.
Like my wife is amazing. Like, I don't know why she's with me, but she is. I fucking adore her, but I am not easy to live with. And it's like, I go to the fridge and there's stuff there. I go.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm like, where? How do we always have toothpaste?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Fucking for real, man.
Yeah. Like, like, I'll tell you now, women run the world. They do. They think of things that we don't.
Yeah. Definitely.
They're an amazing creature. They really are. That whole species.
Yeah.
Is beautiful.
I have to say, I'm pretty lucky. Definitely, Natalie is. She's got me on a good path, and it wasn't like she was even trying. It just kind of meshed well, and it's good stuff. So we'll be married sooner or later.
Oh, good for you, man. You know what? If not, look, dude, I'm married. I don't even wear a fucking wedding ring.
Yeah.
I don't need a ring on me.
Yeah. To
say that I'm married.
Right.
You know, it's like, I mean, honestly, it's like, who wants me now?
Yeah.
Like, I was just talking to my boss who knows my wife and her family and stuff. I was like, I got married. I got into shape. I started getting abs. I was working out. Like, I wanted to look good for the wedding. Yeah. Because we actually got married it was supposed to be on the beach, but there was a hurricane, so we got married in like this mini mansion that we stayed in, which was dope. Yeah. But, like, I was, like, fit. I was, like, I was comfortable taking my shirt off. I was walk around like this, Like, I didn't have that dicky-doo hanging over and shit. So, okay. But, like, now I'm like, I got the girl. I've been laid at least twice. I got 2 kids. I paint. Life is good. Yeah. So it's, but, like,
How old are you?
I'm going to be 40 in July.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'll be 40 on April 4th. And you know what's fucked up, man? Is, like, a month ago, I, like, got out of the shower, I dried off, and put my, like, boxers on my sweatpants, and I looked in the mirror, and I noticed, like, when, like, you see older dudes and their skin's starting to sag? Yeah. I'm noticing that shit right in here.
Push up. Do push up.
And I'm like, what the fuck? This wasn't here last week.
Yeah. Like, you just go fucking crazy.
And then I'm starting to be like, damn it, man, I'm getting grayer. Oh. Like, what the,
I'm getting white, bro. I'm getting white. And then I can't grow hair. Like, you look like you got a beautiful mop on you. Like, I wish I could grow that. I keep hearing Natalie, I need to cut your hair.
No, cut your hair.
Don't do it. I'm telling you now. Yeah. She's going to cut it. She's going to cut it a little shorter than you want. Next thing you know, it's not going to grow.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm starting to get light. I'm getting thin up in here.
Yeah, no.
I just wear hats all the time, so eventually.
Look, man. just because you're thin, you still got it. My fucking forehead just keeps going back like this. Yeah. And, like, I'm getting the moon right here. So I just bick it. Yeah. I just bick it now. And I'm like, I got scars all over my head, but the moment she started cutting my hair, because she's a hairstylist.
Oh, okay.
And that's the only reason I grew hair. It was like lean back in that sink. Have her looking at me like a fucking angel from heaven, like playing with my hair. I was like, yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. Like, the whole time I'm like, oh.
It's kind of funny. That's sort of how Natalie and I not started dating or anything, but, like, I moved to Mount Washington and my car died, and all I had was a scooter. I was riding this little 125cc fucking Kimco. It's some stupid name. Kimco Agility.
Okay.
Anyway, I like murdered it all out flat black and just used that to cruise around. I live real close to work, so I would just scoot to work and back, and rarely did I take it very far. But I didn't have anywhere to go to get my hair cut, and she was looking for new customers at her new business. So I was like, man, I'll fucking scoot up there. I'll give my hair cut.
Yeah.
And I always thought she was fucking a total smoke show. Like, oh my God. And then she's cutting my hair, and both of us, I felt nervous, and then I found out that she felt nervous. And then it wasn't for a very long time after that we ended up, but I got my hair cut another time in there, just,
oh, fuck yeah. Well, I seen a picture, we had mutual friends, where I seen a picture of her, and I was dating this other chick, and I mean, to put it lightly, she was a cunt. So... I mean, I'm just being honest.
Hey.
And, yeah...
I understand.
I mean, I use that word when it fits, and it fits there.
Yeah.
So if that offended anyone... Oops. But I was like, I want to meet her. And they're like, okay. So they set up this thing where I didn't know she was gone. We all end up having dinner. I asked her out for coffee after. And she was like, I have to work. I was like, that's an excuse.
That's interesting. I had talked to Natalie in like a Facebook thing. She had asked me something, and we never really talked about anything, but it would be like, what was that place that you were at on Instagram last night or something? Like or like I would be like, I'd comment and be like, yo, that movie's funny. That she fucking post a little story. Like, but nothing crazy, And then it was like this one day, I was like, she had asked me a question, I asked her a question, I was like, I think we should like go get a beer or coffee. I was like, I feel like we could bullshit and like have a good time.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, maybe. And like, I'm like, yeah, maybe. All right, whatever. And then the next day,
maybe.
I was like posted up, ready. It was like a Saturday. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I was like already showered, getting stoned as hell. Like, I'm gonna just Netflix and chill, lights out. Like, I'm not answering the phone.
That sounds like a Pornhub night.
And then I got an Instagram message from her, and she's like, "Hey, it's my girlfriend's birthday party. We're in the North Shore. You feel like coming out and hanging out?" And I put that phone down. I had clothes on and an Uber on my way to the fucking house. And I was like, yeah, I'll be there. Where are you at? And they were fucking, what's that cowboy-ass place down there?
Saddle Ridge or whatever.
No, I don't know. It's a fucking terrible place. Cowboy... I don't know. It's fucking douche central. Anyway.
I could go...
And they were going there kind of like, I guess ironically or whatever. But I get there and there's some like white dude with an acoustic guitar covering an Akon song.
Oh.
And I'm standing there like... I fucking hope that she wasn't setting me up like, because I'm not seeing anybody I know or any of her crew or anything. And then there she is across the way. She's kind of doing this. I was like, this fucking place, Jesus.
Yeah.
But it started out like, asked her coffee, it didn't work, and then she asked me, and then,
it's
now
funny
here we
how...
are. Yeah, well, 2 years later.
I bought shots when we all had dinner. I bought shots for everyone. Grand Marnier. And my wife, at that time, wasn't my wife, but she didn't drink.
Yeah.
So she was like, what's in the shot? I was like, a roofie. And I just shoot at mine. She was just like, and my buddy's like, you just killed it. I'm like, I'm fucking joking.
Right.
Like I'm not going to roofie someone.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not cool. And especially, like, in front of everyone and announce it,
Yeah.
Like, but, yeah, it turned out, you know what? She washed my hair a few times, and I gave her a kiss. Next thing you know, we got married. We got the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I drive her absolutely insane.
I have to say, I'm pretty fortunate. We're on like we think a lot alike, and I think we drive each other equally insane. It's pretty interesting.
We're kind of, so she's Italian, right? Spaghetti and meatballs. I'm Polish, but I'm like cheese whiz on turkey.
Okay. Yeah.
We're completely polar opposites of everything, but it works for us. It's especially being someone like that does shows and stuff like that. It becomes, I think, too much for her at time. Well, not too much. I think it becomes overwhelmed.
Yeah.
When she's home with the kids, and I do feel bad, but
yeah.
I mean, it's one way I make a living. So
yeah.
But I imagine that's going to be the same for you guys, because with you doing all the skate stuff, working at a print shop, your hours probably aren't 9 to 5 either.
I'm always doing something. I mean, I always have something going on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've kind of slowed down, and like the Project 50/50s, I don't really go out of my way to do them right now. It's like, if it seems to fit time-wise, and I'm not going to have to put too much time into it, like, yeah, I'm going to jump on it. But
if you ever need help with that, reach out to me. I'd love to.
Cool, man. Yeah.
I'd love to get involved with something like that, because to me it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's connecting people in a positive way.
That's what I love about it, is like connecting to the fucking wide gamut of people. Like, and there's a lot of people that might not have met each other if it wasn't for this weird mashup of people.
I think art brings everyone together, like, in some ways. Like, I've met so many cool people, like, from the time I started displaying my art and showing it and progressing to some type of career or path. Like, I would never came across you if I wasn't posting or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, we might not know each other real well.
Yeah.
But, like, I consider you a homie. Like,
yeah.
Like, I have nothing bad to say about you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I enjoy the conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's cool to me. Like,
yeah.
Like, I that's what I like most about, like doing the art, doing this podcast now. It's like, you meeting all kind of cool people that have the same thought, not just thoughts, but mindset in a way.
Yeah.
Like we might not agree on everything,
right?
But our mindset kind of gears towards a creative way or something positive for everyone to view, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just think it's fucking dope.
Yeah.
But I don't even know how long have we been going? Oh, we've been going a while. So
I can talk forever, dude. Like
I could too. So what's next? Like with the Project 50 though.
So we're gonna this pizza box show. It was called Fresh Beats. Was gonna be next Saturday. And that was like kind of a tight timeline. But like I said, this was one that, like, if we got 10 artists, I was fine with it. We actually have 23 currently that are already in it and doing it, you know. But I think because of all of this stuff that's going on right now, we're going to postpone it. We don't have another date yet, but I'm still going to actively push because of the reaction that I got from all those 20-some people. They're like, pizza box? That's fucking easy. Like, I'll do something, like, weird. Like, I'll think of something different, you know? Like, so I like that. Like, there's been times where, like, people are like, oh, yeah, hubcap? Yeah, I could do that. That's cool. Like, and you can kind of see, like, they want to do the show, but they're not super stoked on the substrate, you know? So
I got a suggestion.
Yeah.
Spray cans.
We actually talked about that. And that would be something, though, that if I do that, I would bring in graffiti people. You know, people that are actually spray art. I'm just saying, like, I would actually have them have more of a, like, finger on the pulse of what's going on. Just because, like, I mean, I'm around it, but I'm by no means, like, and I know that the fucking graffiti world, like,
I'm not.
I don't want to do it in the wrong way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
well, I'm not much of a writer, and I've got a lot of backlash from people, for being how I am with stencil work and everything, and call me a toy and stuff, and it's like. I know.
Dude, the same shit is in skateboarding. I know. It's like whatever that, like, little, like, niche culture is, there's always going to be haters that are calling you a fucking kook or this, or you do this stupid, and, you know, fuck, man, it's like, stay in your lane, do your shit, and, like, fuck those people.
Like, it's I'm just amazed of some of the hatred, not hatred, but in a way,
just
hatred.
negativity.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's like blatant negativity.
Yeah, and like I might not be good at golf, but if I'm out there like shooting a course or something, I'm happy I'm out doing it. You know? Like, but I do get within the culture and the lifestyle and what's embedded in graffiti because I love it. It's a huge motivation.
Oh,
it's like inspiration to me. I love it. I'm not the best writer, but I'm somewhat a writer, somewhat not a writer. Like, but I'm also gonna be 40. I got 2 kids. I got a wife, a mortgage, a full-time job.
It's funny how like once those responsibilities are on the table, you stop giving a fuck about like the haterade that's getting fucking dumped on the coach.
That
you know?
And it's like why would I want to go out and do something that is beautifying a city, but at the same time vandalism in a way?
Yeah.
And I'm saying that very loosely as vandalism because I don't think it's all that much vandalism. If it's on a burned down building, or
right.
Like that's not vandalism to me. But like, why would I risk everything for a can? And maybe that's why I'm not a graffiti writer.
Yeah.
And that's okay because I'm just a shit artist that loves the paint. And that's all I want to be. That's all I want to be. Fucking like creating, and if people like it, fuck it.
Yeah.
And if they don't,
I have like mad respect for graffiti artists and all that.
Absolutely.
I'm not that. Like I'm not like I tried when I was younger and I was like, yes, I suck.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, but you would have got better. One of my most favorite moments of my time was I was on Instagram, and I wasn't on there too long, and I started posting all like some of the art that I've been doing and stuff, and then all of a sudden, Cost. I don't know if you're familiar with him. Adam Cost, he's from New York. He would have Cost was here. He would have CO, Cost fuck Madonna, and Cost Marxist Spot.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
In New York, he was huge. I don't even know how I came across him, but like I've known of him.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I just start seeing like, and I'm like, ooh, this is cool. Like, and then like him and I developed some type of relationship and whatnot, and then it's like that's what art is supposed to do. It's
right.
It's like you bring people into your world, and you become into their world where you would never belong.
Yeah.
Or connected.
Yeah.
And like that's what I think art should do. It's like you see like the coolest shit, and you probably see it with printing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a lot of people that you might not have thought could do some stuff, designs and stuff. And then you're like, they know what the fuck they're doing. They're cool, or they're doing some cool shit. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, definitely. I've kind of had my hand in so many different types of printing that I have, little favorites in each of them. And I mean, I brought up Zeb a little bit earlier, and I love that dude's work.
Yeah.
And actually my friend Max, who I brought up as well, just both of their styles, both of like their art and everything they do, I love it, like, and I met Zeb through his artwork. He just happened to work at Commonwealth. You know what I mean? Like, I just liked his stuff, and then it was like, oh shit, that dude prints out of Commonwealth, like, like
it just adds up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best thing about art. Like, you don't have to be good at it to be good at it, because it's all subjective.
Yeah.
Like, whatever I do or what you do, it doesn't matter if we like each other's stuff. It fits somebody's house. It fits somebody's mindset.
Yeah.
And their taste. And,
yeah.
And that's all that matters. Like, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, I've put a lot of time into caring to where I'm at. Like, I don't give a fuck right now.
Yeah.
I just want to be happy doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Art for me it's all over the place though. Like, I have a hard time finishing stuff. Like, I'll start, like, I have this 4 foot, it was a piece of plywood from Natalie's salon. It's where they used to mix color. Okay. And it's just this old piece of plywood, but just from the use over the years, there's just random like stains and shit all over it, and I started painting this harpy eagle.
Yeah.
That's some real tall fuckers.
Yeah.
And I started painting. I'm doing it with gouache, and I really like painting with gouache. And I got to a point where I'm like, I start going. I'm like, wow, I'm like moving faster than my normal like painting.
Yeah.
That thing is now sat in the same spot for 4 months or 3 months or something. I walk past and maybe I'll paint that tomorrow. You know, that is like my biggest problem with art is I can't like mentally sit down and just keep working on it. I have to like be under a tight deadline to really fucking make it happen. I don't know why that is. I hate it, but that's how I fucking roll. Like,
well,
I almost let my timeline dictate the art.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, oh shit, I said I'd have this fucking show on Saturday. Yeah. I can get this finished on Thursday night. Yeah. Saturday morning I'm fucking spraying it down with fucking clear or something. You know, like
that's just how it goes. No, gouache or whatever.
Gouache,
yeah, that's Gouche, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's like a watercolor.
It's
almost.
Watercolor acrylic-ish. It has a little bit of that like.
It dries quick.
It dries quick, but you can reactivate it with water.
That's what this is, except for back here. But a majority of this is all gouache. I didn't know how to pronounce it.
The thing about it, I don't really like the finish that it gives. It gives like a chalky, almost like tempera paint finish.
Yeah, you gotta.
So I don't know a whole lot about it. Like if there's additives to smooth that out or anything.
What I've done, what I noticed, and I'm not trying to make it about my art, but if you look, I got little cracks.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
See,
it gives it that like kind of old fucking like worn out, like been sitting in the fucking sun for a while or something. I like that.
See this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with it. I actually might just sand it down and then repaint it. Like I just came up with this little bat character.
Yeah.
And then
well, fuck, man. That's how the coronavirus started. Was a bat. So start pushing that in there.
Oh my god. I should just spray on here, no corona.
Yeah. Right? Seriously.
Oh shit. I didn't know it was started by a bat.
Yeah. I mean that's what I heard from somebody who heard it from somewhere, but yeah, look that shit up. Some bat, I don't know, had some. I guess they were selling bats in an open food market in China or something.
Yeah, dude, they eat bats. Like I'm an adventurous eater, and I would try different.
I would probably try bat before I heard about this shit.
No. I wouldn't try bat. It looks too much like a fucking rat to me.
Yeah,
but I really like bats. I do.
See, it would depend on whoever is like trying to get me to eat a bat or eat maybe a rat. If they have a good sales pitch. Like,
or if it's a hot chick,
I don't even think the hot chick. If they're like, listen, this fucking bat tastes like, just put a little honey Cajun on there. It tastes just like Gooskey's fucking wings. I would eat the shit out of that bat. Not the shit out of the bat, but you know what I mean. I would eat that bat.
Yeah. I guess in a way, I mean, the sales pitch is everything.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a good looking woman that's scarce on clothes, selling it, a guy's gonna eat it. I don't give a fuck what it is. It'll be like,
yeah,
look, we're serving rubber tire right now. It's a great source of protein and antioxidants. You put a little.
See, I think I got enough. I got enough. Whatever it is that if that was the situation and it was tire, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I'm pretty good.
How about crow?
See, I'd say it'd be more crow. I'd eat a crow.
Oh, I wouldn't eat no crow.
I feel like
that's bad juju, man.
I feel like a sales pitch to me would be better if like this like stoner dude or stoner lady was like, man, this fucking bat is so.
Hey, you know what?
Good. Hey, man.
If someone's high and they're saying it's good,
yeah.
I would probably be like, I gotta try it too. Like, and I don't even smoke or anything, but I'd be like, because I remember when I used to smoke being high, everything tasted amazing.
Yeah. And
then when I ate it, like after, I'd be like, this is cool. That's how I realized that dark chocolate and Doritos are phenomenal.
dark chocolate and Doritos.
Oh my god, dude, I was high as a kite.
I mean that makes sense.
I mean, like, high as a kite.
Yeah.
Like, I just mixed it
So
together.
these CBD capsules that I take now, about an hour after I eat them, I will eat breakfast or whatever, and everything tastes amazing.
Yeah.
And the first day that I got these things, I had taken one. It was probably around 11 o'clock, and then at lunchtime, Natalie had made this chicken and vegetables and rice.
Yeah.
And so I heat that shit up, and I'm eating this. I'm eating this food, and I'm like, I have been eating this for the past 4 days.
Yeah.
Every day. I'm eating. I'm like, this is the fucking best. I text her. I was like, this cuisine that you made for me for lunch is incredible. She's like, how fucking high are you?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's amazing.
Yeah, just
where do these flavors come from? Like,
where have you been hiding this garlic? Like,
yeah, there's definitely garlic in it.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, I actually am starting a little small clothing line called Snug & Company. And it's, for the most part, going to be cannabis-related topics.
So we're going to talk, because I got some ideas for that.
Yeah.
I like stuff that I have going on. If I could pitch you, but we'll talk off camera.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it awkward. You know?
Yeah. It's all really stupid weed humor stuff. Like, just really, you gotta be a stoner to get. But I'm starting to see, there's all these people with their medical cards now, and they're all really chill, man.
Yeah.
So,
oh, man. Just getting some of these. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some ideas for you.
Yeah.
I got some ideas. I think it might be a lunch we could talk about.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, I like gyros, I like tacos.
Yeah.
I'm a taco addict.
Okay, so what's your favorite tacos in Pittsburgh?
My favorite tacos in Pittsburgh, I'm not even gonna lie, right up the hill. It's at El Campesino. The one in Monroe.
Oh, really?
The one in Monroe.
Okay, all right. I used to get down with El Campesino, the one on McKnight Road.
Oh, this one up here? Phenomenal. It's flavored right, and it's cheese.
Oh, I've been there.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. I'm telling you now, I go in, I used to go there so much that they knew what I want. I'd be like, number 4.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, senora.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. I saw the dude in Target. I'm with my wife. We're in Target, and we're just walking. He's like, "Hey, number 4."
Oh, shit, that's hilarious.
I'm like, yeah, Quattro.
Yeah.
I was just like, she's like, how often do you go there? I was like, almost every day.
Yeah.
My
favorite, hands down, tacos is Dose in Southside.
Never had it.
If you're down there, I would highly recommend. They're just fucking good.
I'll have to. I'll try.
I get the most Americanized taco too. It's just it's called the Americano. It's awesome. Get it on flour. They're the best. I'm not a corn. I don't like corn tortillas.
I like them all.
Yeah.
I love tortilla. I love flour, corn, everything.
Yeah.
There's a place down in Shady Side that I tried, and I don't want to say the company's name because I don't want to bash them. Their food was not for me.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I didn't like their beans. I didn't like their taco, the meat.
Yeah.
Like I spent $30 on something, on a life lesson.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, I do have to get this moving and become a father.
Yeah.
Do the daddy things. I hate to end it because I could sit here and talk to you all day.
Yeah.
But I would love to sit down and talk to you. Just go have a beer.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I'm gonna do the pizza box. Thank you for including me. Thank you for the triad, right?
The product, that's Troika. That's
Troika.
That's my current company now.
Tell them everything about it, honestly.
Troika Skateboards. It is mine and Dan Rue from Commonwealth Press's little company. It's troikaskate.com. I'm a little slow on updating the website, so it's a little outdated. And then on Instagram, it's just at Troika Skate. So check that out.
Please follow him.
Yeah, my personal Instagram is Snuggle Douglas.
I love that name.
So go take a look at that. It used to be a lot of rage and party and stuff. Now it's skateboard, family, and pets.
Nothing wrong with that. That's
not at all. I love it. I love it. It's good stuff. So.
And I'm gonna post. Look at my Instagram. I'm gonna have posts of everything from the gear that he gave me to everything. I'm gonna tag the company. Go follow them. Go do everything you can. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here.
Thanks
man.
for having me, man.
Fucking
I
love
appreciate
it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna have you back.
I'd love to come back.
Peace.
Later.